Hi, it's Observation again, and in this video I want to show you an Exile run on a new build I made. Or basically it's not a new build, it's just another ascendancy for my TankyTwirl build. In this case I tried the Pathfinder Ranger to make use of the poison during flask use, which really is a great damage boost. You saw in the beginning that I'm not using the gear from my other build I made this league, but I'm using fresh gear. So it's only level 19 spells and a pretty shitty vegan dagger, and the shield has decent energy shield but nothing special overall. Apart from the poison effect, we also get move speed and attack speed on flask use, and get a Surgeon's mod, or at least part of Surgeon's mod, with 10% chance to gain a flask charge on crit, which is still pretty decent and makes us able to have uptime of a flask, of some kind of flask, at any time. You can see I'm never running out of flask charges at all. Of course, we also have some downsides for not using the Trickster Ascendancy. We get less energy shield than we had as Trickster, and we also have to pay for a Cyclone. At least we would have to. I'm using Elrion jewelry, a complete set of 3 jewelry pieces with minus mana cost of skills, and that brings my Cyclone to a mana cost of 2. I could also bring it to 0, but yeah, I have 1 mana on hit jewel, and even in no regen maps I don't run out of mana, so I feel it's pretty pointless trying to push it to 0. I could achieve that with reduced mana cost of skill jewel and divining one of my Elrion rings to -8 from -7. I'm currently only level 80 during recording this video, and there's some more energy shield to come in the next levels, but overall I think I will have much lower energy shield than my Trickster version. The Trickster version is currently at 11.5k, but I got to say it's kind of overkill. There's literally nothing in this game that would need that much energy shield, and on this build we can also have a very high uptime of defensive flasks, so I guess that's a kind fair trade-off. The physical damage nodes in the shadow starting area all have additional chaos damage scaling on it, which really helps the poison with this build. I'm also not using Voidbringers like in my other build. That's because I can't handle the increased mana cost. With Trickster that's not an issue. With this build this would be an issue. So I'm using Malgarus with a corruption for vulnerability on hit, which also helps the poison damage a lot. And overall I feel it's much better to handle it this way than to waste mana reservation on Blasphemy for vulnerability. It brings some problems, especially in the theory fight. You have to keep your Curse Immune Flask up, which wouldn't be an issue with Blasphemy, but as a Flask Finder it's not a problem at all to keep up your flasks. Overall I really like the Pathfinder class. It's really nice to have this uptime on your flasks, and especially the Diamond Flask with Surgeon's mod from the Ascendancy is really insane, and I guess I could get away with a lot less investment into crit on the tree, because the Diamond Flask really pushes the crit chance, and I could rely more on that and perhaps invest this saved nodes on the crit chance into some more energy shield to make up for the weakness, but I'm not entirely sure on that. I will try that out when I level up further. Originally I had skilled into the ballistic mastery node at the ranger start for the projectile damage and projectile speed for the ethereal knives, but I had to spec out of that again because it was impossible to not hit the mirror clone in the split phase. Same goes for quality on the EK. So for the split phase you need a non-quality ethereal knives and don't need or don't want any projectile speed in the tree. I also want to try out to spec into some projectile damage, which of course benefits only the ethereal knives, but it double dips on the poison, so I guess it could be worth it overall. As you can see, it went pretty smooth, no close calls in the NCV fight at all, and this is with only level 19 spells and at level 80, so it's pretty insane what the poison and flask effect does if you are using 3 damage flasks, and yeah, overall pretty happy how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe.